Welcome back to Glendale Today. I'm Councilmember Joyce Clark, and I've been talking with Rusty Mitchell, Director of Community Initiatives team at Luke Air Force Base, and we've been talking about the importance of the F-35A pilot training mission that we're trying to secure out at Luke. And we talked about, Rusty, we talked about public support and how important that has been to the mission and securing the mission. Now I'd like to talk about where we are in the process. Have we been given permission, or what are we waiting for?
The environmental impact study is a long process. My office has been working on that issue for almost 3 years now, and we're in the final stretch of the process. The draft environmental impact study was released to the public. We had public hearings 2 months ago that covered the draft, and we solicited comments from the public on that. And then all those comments and all the comments that were done on Look Forward were sent down to headquarters and captured on the report. The final report is being put together right now, and then that'll start working its way to the Pentagon from our headquarters in AETC. The lawyers will review it, everybody will review it, and then eventually a recommendation this summer will be made to the Secretary and the Chief of Staff of the Air Force.
By the time they make that recommendation, is it pretty well pro forma by that point?
No, it's not. It's
No.
It's not pro forma. It is a. I'm a fighter pilot. I'm not a lawyer, and the detail that this document goes into, and the lawyers that look at it at each step, it really dictates that it's not pro forma at any stage.
Wow.
It is. It's a remarkable process. It really is, and so. Something they could find something next week that I'm not aware of, and if they do, then they'll pull it all back, and we'll start analyzing whatever the issue is. So it's not pro forma until they walk it down the hall and brief the chief and the secretary.
Okay. Now, we had tremendous public support when we went through those public scoping meetings, and which dealt with the environmental impact. And what was the greatest concern or commentary that you heard during those public scoping meetings?
There's two areas. One, the most common concern is noise.
Exactly.
But I'd like to also address air quality. Because
really?
of Maricopa County being in a non-attainment zone, air quality actually has some legal teeth in it. And so that was really what I was mostly concerned about. You know, the noise absolutely is important for the community and how we adapt to that and how we are good neighbors. But the air quality issue, those are flat black and white numbers, and we have to meet those. And the draft EIS, when it came out, showed that all the way up through all the options, from no action all the way up to 6 squadrons of F-35s as a potential, air quality is not an issue. As a matter of fact, because of the slight decrease of aircraft from when the baseline was taken, we actually cleaned the air a little bit.
Which is what I was going to ask. With all this new technology, these better be cleaner engines,
well,
right?
Surprisingly, I don't know if the engines are actually all that much cleaner. It's just that the total number of aircraft at Luke from when the baseline was made is going to be a little bit less, and that difference of the total population of aircraft will make a difference on the air quality. So, however we look at it, the air will be better. Now, as far as the noise, that is a very subjective. What's loud to you and to me and to somebody else is all different things. The computer model that the Air Force used to model the noise for the F-35 does indicate that the F-35 is louder than the F-16. In some cases, it shows it as loud as 3 times as loud, but that's a computer model. So it'll be interesting to see how it is.
I imagine it also has to do with air and wind, and because I know that even the stadium on certain days I can hear when they're having entertainment over there, and other days I can't hear anything.
Absolutely. Environmentally, it really is dependent on that. If it's a cloudy day, Captain Hinderleiter's Public Affairs Office receives twice as many noise complaints because the clouds hold the noise down, and so it absolutely is environmentally sensitive.
So we pray for no cloudy days, right?
Yeah, there's going to be some. You know, there was a professor from ASU that gave a briefing to the community, gosh, almost 2 years ago now, and his last slide was really on point. It said that if the F-16 has bothered you over the years, then the F-35 is going to bother you.
Mm-hmm.
If the F-16 over the years has filtered into background noise,
Yeah.
the F-35 is going to do the same thing.